Hey guys, today we are going to be reviewing a product called Duralube. This is what it says it can do. It says use when the warning light comes on, protects converter from oil poisons, helps pass emission tests, and maintains catalytic efficiency. And it says guaranteed. So the main thing I'm looking for is for it to clear my check engine code. See right there, it says clears OBD code P0420. And I'm hoping it'll clear P0430, which is the other bank. Anything having to do with a catalytic converter. I've had those codes since 3 years ago when I first reviewed the Cataclean. But now what I'm experiencing is hard starts. So that's why I want to try this out. See if it'll fix it or make it not have hard starts at least. Before we go and replace a $1,000 catalytic converter. But anyways, the directions say to pour this whole bottle into 16 gallons of fuel or 1 ounce per gallon. It says use every 3 months. So in this 4G Eclipse, it's I believe it's 17 to 17.7 gallons. So what I'm gonna do, I have half a gallon right now, as you can see. And then I'm gonna pour the whole bottle in there, and then I'm gonna run to the gas station that's like 3 minutes away. That way I can put fuel on top of it so it can mix well. Let's look at the scan tool real quick. So let's go to read codes, store codes. They're usually stored, but since I cleared them, they're not there. But here we can find them on pending. There it is, P0431, warm-up catalyst efficiency below threshold bank 2. And P0421, warm-up catalyst efficiency below threshold bank 1. So make sure when you add this liquid that you're in a well-ventilated area. So I'm gonna drive my car out of the garage so I can do that. All right guys, now that I'm out of my garage, I wanted to show you what the O2 sensors are doing. And here the engine cooling temperature is 172, so it's almost fully warmed up. RPMs is 800. So when you look at your bank 1 sensor 1, it should be going up and down. So let's go in there, and I'm gonna go to 2000 RPMs. So that looks like it's working properly, because it's supposed to be going up and down rapidly. So now let's check out the downstream one after the catalytic converter, bank 1 sensor 2, and let's see what that one's doing. All right, we are at 2000 RPMs basically, and as you can tell, it's going up and down the same way that the other one was. So that's not what we want to see. That's a sign that the catalytic converter is not working as it should. I mean, and we knew that. I mean, we've been throwing that code for 3 years. But I just wanted to show you guys what it's doing. It's changing rapidly from 0.1 to 0.8 volts. All right, so now I'm gonna turn the car off, and we're gonna add the fluid to it. And I'm also gonna reset one of my trips. And we'll see how many miles we traveled on the full tank once I fill up. But anyways, I'm about to add this stuff. It also says it helps pass emission tests. And make sure you take this little silver thing off the top completely. That way you know it's not gonna go in your fuel tank. And I caught a whiff of it because it got on my finger, and it smelled like lacquer thinner. But there we go guys, we're putting the whole bottle in there. All right guys, that's all of it. The next step for me is go to the gas station and fill it up all the way. All right guys, I'm back home after pumping another half a tank. I pumped yesterday. I was riding in line with the E, and I pumped 7 gallons, and it got me to the half line, maybe a little bit above it, and now I pumped another 7, and that's when it clicked the first time, and that's how full it got, a little bit above the F. But anyways, I'm pretty sure there's at least 17 gallons in here, so we matched the directions on the bottle, which said 16 gallons for the whole bottle. So now what I'm gonna do is run it until it gets to the E again, till the gas light turns on, and then I will update you guys on the results to see if the catalytic converter codes went away or if it's not hard starting anymore. And we're gonna look at the O2 sensor graphs. Hey guys, I forgot to mention how I'm gonna run the car with this cleaner in it. As you can see, the directions on this Duralube just say add full bottle to 16 gallons. I mean, that's all it says. It doesn't say like the Cata Clean, drive 50 miles, drive 30 miles. But like I said, what I'm gonna do is drive 30 miles, 75, 80 miles per hour constantly. And then I'm gonna give it a few revs, you know. Basically, what you wanna do is push the engine harder than you normally do. I wouldn't recommend redlining it to like 7. I'd say about 4 or 5, you know, just push it harder than you normally do a few times in the life of the tank full that you have. But that should do the trick. All right guys, I'm back after running the Duralube through the whole tank. As you can see, I'm really low on gas. I'm on the gas light. So let's go ahead and check the scan tool. All right, now let's press read codes, stored codes. And unfortunately, these codes came back up yesterday. Basically, I was already out of all the gas. So for me, it looks like my catalytic converters are pretty much gone. But I will say, I used to just be able to go to like 3 RPMs. No, 3.5. But now I was able to push it to like 4.5. So the engine's definitely running better. But unfortunately for me, it did not take off the lights, the catalytic converter lights. I'll probably make a video in the near future how to replace them. But if I had a thermometer, an infrared thermometer, I would check the temperatures. And that would definitely confirm if we have bad cats or not. But also in the near future, I'm going to give you guys oxygen, how to check your oxygen sensors. So stay tuned for that. But I also want to, let's crank the engine and check those O2 sensor readings. All right, I'm gonna let the engine stabilize and I'll be right back with y'all. All right guys, and here we are right now. We're basically warmed up. Our engine coolant temperature is 154. So like I said last time, bank 1 sensor 1 should be moving pretty quickly. Now those are the oxygen sensors before the cats. The ones after the cats, which is for the sensor 2, is supposed to move more steady. So let's go in here and see how they're doing. All right, so right now we're at 1,000 RPM. So let's rev it up a little bit and see. Right now, for example, it's going from 0.0 to 0.8, and it should be 0.5 to 0.8. It shouldn't be going up and down all the way like that. So let's step on it and see if we see any improvement. All right, we're at 2,000 RPM. And as you can see, it's still going up and down pretty quickly. See, 0.1, 0.8. All right, and if we go back to the other one, the one before the cats, let's step on it. And it's basically doing the same thing. So it's looking like my cats are gone, all right? So that's gonna be in the near future to replace those. But before I do that, I am gonna check those oxygen sensors and make a video just so you guys know how to check those. All right, guys? But that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe.